Hi, I'm Vinnie Falco. I've been writing C++ for about 30 years, and I want to talk about why this language matters to me and why I think it's in trouble. I didn't come to C++ through a university. I came to it through building things. The first real product I ever shipped was BearShare, peer-to-peer file sharing, back when that was the frontier. Millions of users built in C++. Every packet, every connection, every file of that thing was C++. Later, I went to Ripple, the cryptocurrency company. We built the server that moves real money across borders, C++. When your code handles other people's money, you care about every byte, every cycle, every error code, C++. Let me care about those things. And then Boost.Beast, my HTTP and WebSocket library. I spent years on it, started at Ripple, got it accepted into Boost, which if you don't know Boost, it's basically the place where the best C++ libraries in the world go live. Getting a library into Boost it meant everything to me, and it still does. Every meaningful thing I've built in my career, I built in C++. This language gave me livelihood. It gave me community. It gave me people I respect more than I say. I want other people to have that same experience, to pick up C++ and build something real with it and feel what I felt. That's why I care. It's not abstract, it's my life. So this is what keeps me up at night. The C++ standard can't connect to the internet. I know that sounds crazy. It's 2026. Every language you've heard of, Python, JavaScript, Go, Rust, you write a few lines of code and you're talking to a server, done. The C++ standard can't do that. The standard library, the thing that ships with every C++ compiler, has no networking, none, zero. You cannot even open a socket and send a message using standard C++. That's been true for the entire life of the language, 40 years. Now, there is a library that solves this. It's been around for over 20 years. It works. It's deployed in finance, telecom, games, infrastructure all over the world. People depend on it every day. The committee that decides what goes into C++ spent over a decade looking at it. They never put it in. Instead, they standardized something else, something so complex that its own authors have filed more than 40 corrections against it since it was adopted. They've had to remove pieces they already shipped. And the simple thing, the thing that lets C++ talk to the internet, still not in the standard. If you're a programmer, you felt that. If you're not a programmer, just know that's like selling a car in 2026 that doesn't have GPS. The hardware exists, the software exists. Someone decided not to include it. I'm going to Croydon in about 2 weeks. That's where the next standards committee meeting is. It's in England. I'm going to present some of my findings, some of what I'm talking to you about in person. And to be honest, I'm nervous. I haven't been to a committee meeting in forever, and I'm going up against polished experts, people who do this all the time, people who are very good at it. It's unfortunate that the quality of my performance is what decides the votes, but it is what it is. So a few years ago, I decided to stop complaining and actually do something. I started a nonprofit, the C++ Alliance. We hired engineers. We fund libraries that fill the gaps in the standard. We funded a documentary about the C++ community. I wrote papers based on the public record, just the facts, what happened, what was decided, and what the consequences are. And now I'm flying to England to present these in person. Not because I want power, not because I want to control the language, but because someone has to take care of the thing that should have been taken care of 15 years ago. I have the resources and the stubbornness to do what needs doing, so I'm doing it. It's not been free. When you try to fix something that people have spent years building, they don't always welcome the help. There's been private conversations of mine leaked to the public. People who used to talk to me don't talk to me anymore. There's a social machinery that activates when you challenge work that important people have invested in. I don't want to get into the specifics. That's not what this is about. I knew what I was getting into. I knew the cost. I'm still here. C++ powers the infrastructure of the modern world, your bank, your phone, your car, your games. C++ is underneath all of it. It deserves to be protected. It deserves people who will stand up and say, this isn't good enough when it isn't good enough. That's all I'm trying to do. Protect the language that gave me literally everything. Thank you for listening.